IamZoie has been getting exposed for being inappropriate with minors since 2017. No exaggeration. I don't understand what it will take for y'all to realize he's clearly attracted.
Me and Damien are done. Me and Damien are done. Y'all want to motherfucking play with me? Y'all ass want to cheat on me? Y'all ass want to text old ass IamZoie? IamZoie, yeah. And everybody that's in this, if y'all with me, y'all better report Damien's motherfucking account. Y'all better report his live whenever he goes live. Are you serious? IamZoie? Yes, I am. I'm very serious. Damien, have I not been telling you the truth?
You've been telling me partial truths and stuff, but I'm not going to keep bringing up nobody.
Damien, you've been telling me partial truth because 2 days ago I asked you, who were you texting on Instagram when you left my house? You told me, you said, and I have the messages here. You said, I only texted females back. And I said, what females? You didn't tell me the females, but you said, oh, there are mutual friends. Okay. So I believed you. I believed you. Then I get sent a message from somebody a day later that you texted other, and IamZoie is one of them. What was your reasoning of responding to Zoe?
They need to clean that up, because what I'm going to do is I am already calling my lawyers right now, because don't play on me. Like, don't play. I don't mind about the trolling. I don't mind about the shenanigans, but don't lie on me. So I have already called my lawyers, and I'm going to meet them, because I want you to really prove all this that you're saying online. I've already called Ocean. I said, Ocean, can you believe what this person is saying?
I'm a firm believer in wherever there's smoke, there's fire. And there's no logical explanation for this same rumor to continue to go around about the same person every other year. And the way he speaks around it, it just makes me extremely uncomfortable. And he sounds like a predator.
Now you can talk and you can feel comfortable, because some of these kids are 14 and 15 and 16 on here. But when I be like, hey, what's going on, friend? What's up?
Shout out to Nikki at night.
So good. You are so cute.
All right, so let me pause this right here and shout out to this TikTok creator named Ashanti. If you guys are not on TikTok and you're not aware of the recent controversy that IamZoie is responding to, many TikTokers found my old video after there was new allegations that Zoe was allegedly talking to a guy that was pretty young. Now, according to social media comments, they're saying that the boy is grown, but he looks very young in the face. So there was an LGBT couple. They ended up breaking up, and one of the boys basically accused IamZoie in sliding in his boyfriend's DM. A lot of people started to talk about how his boyfriend was young and started to resurface my old video and Martin Lewis's old video talking about IamZoie and when he talked to underage boys back in 2018. The topic started to go viral on TikTok and it just blew up like wildfire.
Okay, so this is the full video everyone needs to watch. There's only 2 people that ever spoke about this incident, and it was me and Nick.
All right, so as you see there, that was Martin Lewis. He did a video on this 7 years ago. I did a video on this 7 years ago. Well, IamZoie recently did a video responding to all of the backlash he has been receiving, and it is a lot to go over. Now, in his reply, there was a couple of things that he said that I'm like, my recollection of the situation in 2018 was a lot different. Now, in this video, he's basically doing his commentary and he's providing receipts and proof of all of the situations that have happened. Now, in part of his video, he talks about the reason why he would be around minors. In his video, he says, you know, I had just come off Vine and I was around certain individuals because they were popping on Vine, I was popping on Vine, and we collabed, etc., etc. But at that time, he was big on YouTube. I never had a Vine. I never knew him from Vine. When I would watch his commentary back in 2018, he had already done Messy Monday. Messy Monday has started in 2017. Now, in his video, he's saying that, oh, you know, I would collab or I would be around these people because of Vine. But I'm like, around that time, you were big on YouTube. He was big on YouTube because I used to watch him at the time. Now, back in 2018, I was heavily covering Queen Naija. I was covering Chris Sales. I was covering all of like the YouTube content creators, and I always would see Zoe's video. Now, back in 2017, he would do Messy Monday and he would be talking about like teenager T. He would be talking about teenager T. He would be talking about like the little, you know, who hooked up with who's sleeping with who, and all these type of things.
They was in the bed together. He did used to have a little screw buddy. Well, remember back then, I told y'all, I think that they probably had a three. They said that he took her virginity. Y'all was on the bed. Reed had with Grace. He's been in her bed with his shirt off. Excuse me, parents, if you're watching. Suck my suck. Yeah, she's saying she was on her period or whatever. I know when I see. Well, Derek like black boys.
Oh, child, you about a good 7.5.
And he was basing it around like young people. And at this time of these videos, he was like 27, 28 years old. I'm going to show you guys my first video, and then I'm going to show you guys my second video on this topic. Because like I said, a lot of the people who are making these videos, they're using clips from my videos. So this is my video that I did in 2018. This is the first video that I did, and what everybody is getting their clips from is the second video. So I'm going to play the first video to kind of give you guys background, and then we're going to go to the second one. So as you can see, this video, it had got 497,000 views, and I posted it on August 30th, 2018. Now, in this video, I talk about how Zoe was on Wildin' Out. So at this time, he was already on Wildin' Out. He had already been doing Messy Monday, and he was very, very popular online at this time. He would do like a Messy Monday on Monday, and then throughout the week, he would be on Instagram. Now, on Instagram, he would make a lot of videos where he would act like he's talking to the person. He would like make simulation FaceTime calls. So let's say it's like a little white girl, right? Her parents will be filming her. She would like hurt her elbow or do something silly, and Zoe would make it seem like he was talking to whoever it was on like a FaceTime. So they would say something and he'd be like, yeah, friend, what happened? And then what happened? So that's what he would do throughout the week on Instagram. And he would do like all kind of funny videos, and he would react to them, and he would make it seem like he's talking to them in a FaceTime call, and that blew up. And he was very popular doing that, and he was very popular doing Messy Monday on YouTube. And let me play this. Girl, Nick, and you're tuned in to Nick at Night. Okay, so if you are a loyal subscriber of mine and you're not somebody who just came within the last week or so, you know that I go live a lot. Well, I haven't been going live lately, but anytime I go live, the number one question that I get is, who's your favorite YouTuber? Who do you watch on YouTube? Who do you like? And every single time, my answer is goddamn Zoe or IamZoie. Well, it makes me so sad today to see him being exposed left and right. There are some allegations that he's having inappropriate conversations with younger men, and it is really sad because there is video evidence to prove it, which I'm not going to put any of the video evidence in my video, but it's circulating around the web. But pretty much what's going on, there's a guy by the name of Christian. He decided to come forward and I guess try to expose Zoe for having inappropriate conversations with younger men and dig up like his dirt and all of these things. The guy seems to be coming from a jealous place. What I gather from watching his videos talking about the situation, it looks like, but whatever their situation was, it went sour. And because it went sour, this guy is starting to try to expose the skeletons in those past.
You've known about this stuff for a long time. So what really changed? Why did you decide to make this video? Why did you decide like now of all time?
You know what it was, honestly? It was, well, I've spoken about it before, but to make it the impact, it was because I saw how successful he became. And I saw how all these celebrities were endorsing him, and I just thought, this guy is becoming bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
And like I instantly just thought of like Harvey Weinstein. Like, this person is just growing. Like, that was what, like, when I saw what Nicki Minaj posted on his page, that's what made me go, this person is still doing this.
All right, so I'm gonna pause it right there. So basically, when he posted that, I was coming from a very like neutral, like kind of give him the benefit of the doubt like standpoint in my video, but also feeling like some of the stuff didn't kind of sit well. Now, that guy who exposed him, basically, he was coming from a jealous place. Now, even though he was coming from a jealous place, it doesn't mean that what he said wasn't valid. But the reason he said what he said is because he was basically getting jealous that Zoe was getting bigger. Now, in life, when people see that you have success, they envy that. A lot of people want a destiny swap. A lot of people have imposter syndrome. And instead of doing the work themselves, they want to try to take you down because they don't want to see you shine. Now, that doesn't excuse Zoe's behavior, but that's the kind of disposition that he was coming from. He was jealous. He was envious that Zoe was getting recognition because he knew about these videos before he decided to expose him, but he was fine with that. And it wasn't until he saw Zoe getting recognition that he cared. And my thing is, if you have a moral high ground and you feel like something isn't right, then don't wait because somebody start getting shine. Call it out when you see it. But let's continue.
Hey y'all, let me tell you something. I'm so glad I'm not pressed for a tag, because if I was pressed for a tag, I'd be fussing on everybody because I don't tag none of my videos. I don't put my tag in none of my videos because I make my videos for fun, not for the follows, but for fun. And if y'all follow me because you want to, I appreciate it. These folks out here be wanting the cloud. If it's meant for you, it's meant for you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can go through all my videos. I ain't tagged not now one of my videos. Everybody always be like, why don't you watermark your videos? I'm like, because it's not that serious to me. And look where it has brought me just by making them out of the joy of making them and being me and having fun. And the child, these folks, they all want a little follow, all want a little check.
But I think there was sneak disses to old boy who's trying to expose him, because Zoe is on Wild 'N Out right now. He's on the current season. He's getting a lot of fame and notoriety. A lot of people are finding out who he is. He has a lot of engagement from celebrities. A lot of celebrities comment to him and in his comment section, and his name is getting bigger and bigger and his following is getting bigger and bigger. The reason why I think this was a sneak diss to the guy who's trying to expose him, even though at the end he said something about some hair page in a lady, is because the guy who's trying to expose him, he was on Wild 'N Out, but he got canceled because I guess he wasn't funny enough. He didn't make the cut. All right, so that was my first video on the topic. And as you can see, like I said, this was posted on August 30th in 2018. So after this video and after I got thousands and thousands of comments, there was so many people engaging in this video, so many people saying stuff, I then did a follow-up video. So let me show you my follow-up video, which is the video that, like I said, people are using now. Some of you guys just came in late and you're wondering how this all got brought back up. So for those of you guys who are just tuning in, hopefully you hit the like button, number one. Hopefully, if you are not subscribed, even though I'm an acquired taste, hit that subscribe button, okay? And If you are under a rock and you don't know how this all got brought back up, there was a boyfriend and boyfriend couple. They broke up, and the boyfriend, who was bitter about the breakup, he started exposing stuff saying that Zoe was in the boy's DM.
Damien, have I not been telling you the truth?
You've been telling me partial truths and stuff, but I'm not gonna keep bringing up nobody.
Damien, you've been telling me partial truth because 2 days ago I asked you who were you texting on Instagram when you left my house. Then I get sent a message from somebody a day later that you texted other niggas, and IamZoie is one of them. Why would you? What was your reasoning of responding to Zoe? What was your reasoning?
He had texted me, and I also, if you want me to post the screenshots, I can.
I don't want you to post. I'm asking you right now. I don't need you to post anything.
I will post the screenshots after this because I don't want nobody to say that I'm lying.
So because of that breakup and that falling out, people started digging for old videos of Zoe and these videos where he had talked to these young guys to basically validate the claim that the guy is making now. And again, as you can see, they look very young. Now, as of right now, I believe Zoe is about like 35 years old. The guy on the right, the darker skinned guy, is the one in question where it's supposed to be his DM that Zoe slid into. Now, after Zoe did his new video where he was addressing everything, he basically went and showed some of the DMs. Now, I'm not going to show that full piece right now, but let me just give you a quick clip of it.
I'm finna show y'all the messages of him texting me on vanish mode. Because, and after I show y'all the messages, we're going to see where he said, I quote, because this is the person y'all believe, right?
Child, it's a whole lot of going on. So let me pause that because, again, I'm going to play that a little bit more in depth later. But let's recap my original video that I did in 2018 that all of these TikTokers are clipping up and reposting and doing commentary on. Now, shout out to Martin Lewis because, again, the clips that I took in my video that they stealing from, some of them I stole from Martin. So this video I did September 8th. So I did the first video August 30th, and then my follow-up video that I did was September 8th right here. And this is where I started to input in the different receipts.
Let's get into this whole goddamn Zoe update. He finally has gave some sort of response to the allegations of him being inappropriate with underage boys. I did a video on this and I talked about it, but in my video, I didn't show receipts, and I guess people took it because I didn't put the receipts in my video that the receipts aren't out there. Okay, so I'm about to break down this Zoe situation piece by piece by piece. He clarified some things. I'm putting it all together. So sit back and get your teacups ready because I'm gonna just lay everything out. Okay, I'm about to break it down piece by piece by piece. Here we go. Okay, so in this clip, this is Zoe somewhat speaking on the allegations of him talking to underage boys. One of my subscribers was on his YouNow account and asked him about it, and he somewhat briefly talked about it. Thank you so much, girl, for sending me the clip. She went through so much trying to get this clip to me. I finally got it. Thank you, and here is the update. Here's what he had to say. Here it goes.
He does, like, I don't have to address anything that is not true, sweetheart. I will address it if I have to address it. Don't worry about it. MTV, I've talked to them. We don't have to, just be calm, honey. If you know me and you know who I am, I don't have to address anything. Let's leave that alone. Thank you. Period. Never had to deal with, okay, cool. I applaud you for staying out of it, but think about, I think you should let it be great. I think you should let him be great. Okay, cool. I applaud you for staying out of it, to be honest. I think you should let him be great. Yeah, that's why I'm just like, you know what, whatever. Because, like, and I always think about, and I know it sounds crazy, but I always think about what would Beyonce do?
How would she go? Because she's never been in mess. But anyway, off of that, we're not talking about that. This is my broadcast. But thank you so much, sweetheart. I'm not being rude or shady. I just, I want to keep, Bluetooth.
And to be honest, I've never had any problems, especially on this type, until I got on YouNow, like ever in my life. Ever. And I guess that's because I never dealt with people. And I was always just to myself. but I was still the same person, like, you know, cool, bubbly, crazy, whatever. But even on Vine, I was still in the light. But I never got on YouNow. I mean, I never dealt with this type of stuff, what people are like, what just too people have said, because I guess now, because this is a realm of like kids, and I don't have a filter, you guys. I really don't. I don't have a filter, and I guess that's something I need to work on, but I don't have a filter. And when I talk, I just talk, because that's how I talk to even my nephews, or not nephews, my brother and sister don't even have kids, my cousins. You know, that's how I talk to my cousins. I'm like, bitch, what? Now, well, some of them I do say bitch, I can't even lie. Bitch, what you doing? Get out of that. Your crazy ass, your ugly self, you know? And he's looking at me. He's like, who you calling ugly? Not you. And that's how I talk. I'm like, get your ugly self out of that stinking ass. You know? And it's me. Like, that's me. Or, girl, and like my cousin could be like in 5th grade or 6th grade. Who your boyfriend? You better not be messing with no boys. You know? And that it's just me. That's how I talk, you know? And you look cute today, girl. You're gonna be so cute when you get grown. And it's really that, like, you're going to be cute when you get grown. Like, when you get older, you're going to be so adorable. You're going to get all the girls. You're going to get all the boys.
Okay, I'm gonna pause the video right there for some of you who may be lost and you might not have seen my other video. Basically, Zoe was exposed by a guy named Christian. He was also a cast member on Wild 'N Out, and he was mad because Zoe was getting bigger, he was getting more famous, and he decided to expose him for inappropriate conversations with young boys.
Well, I've spoken about it before, but to make it the impact, it was because I saw.
All right, we already saw this, so let me just move it over just a little bit.
Decided to confront Zoe. I'm gonna play the clip of Zoe for his inappropriate conversations. A young woman on YouNow also decided to confront Zoe. I'm gonna play the clip of her confronting Zoe about how he interacts with young boys, and then I'm gonna show you guys the receipts, and then I'm gonna just give you guys a full update, and we're gonna get this whole thing, you know, squared away.
All right, so hold up. Before I show you guys the lady that confronted Zoe, let me give you guys a little bit of backstory on why she did. Now, in my original video that I did in 2018, I didn't fully explain why she was confronting him. And now that everything is resurfacing, let me just bring it back, like, and explain everything. So back at the time, he was doing Messy Monday, as I stated, and he was already popular. Now, there was people on Lipstick Alley and other sites talking about the type of content that he would include on his Messy Monday. Back in that time, IamZoie would go by Goddamn Zoe. So a lot of the headlines with him and underage guys, you have to search up Goddamn Zoe and not IamZoie. Even my videos back then were under Goddamn Zoe, but I changed them now to IamZoie because that's what he goes by now and that's what people are looking up. But anyways, so this thread was created on June 9th of 2017. And as you can see, the headline says, popular Vine star promotes teen bullying and calls it Messy Monday. So the person who created the thread says, I don't know if anyone follows Goddamn Zoe here, but he was pretty popular on Vine before it got played out. He now broadcasts on YouNow a few times a week and does this thing called Messy Monday, where he airs out kids' drama online for money. It's pretty ridiculous because the main demographic that goes on YouNow is 13 to 15-year-old white kids, and he's like 30. He mostly talks about who's sleeping with who, or what beefs are going down either online or in person. This is literally the whole segment. Is it just me, or does this seem wrong? I get people gossip about celebrities and about big YouTubers, but he's gossiping about random kids on the internet. He says he feels no guilt talking about these kids' DM stories because he's just a messenger. So here they put an example of like how he does his Messy Mondays. They inserted a video, and then they also inserted where it says, here's a 14-year-old boy trying to fight him. Now, I tried to put these videos into YouTube. I can't pull them up. They're private. And so another person commented under that thread, and they said, child, how did I know it was him before I even clicked? Even had the nerve to think, nah, he's too mature for that foolishness. Again, this thread was in 2017. I did my video, and when everything hit the fan was in 2018. It says, that's a pretty young demographic. Maybe their parents can put the law on him. Another person says, imagine raising your son only for him to become a 30-year-old man picking fights with preteens on the internet. Then this person says, when I first watched Zoe on Messy Monday, I thought it was hilarious until I looked at the kids' profiles he's talking about. I unsubscribed right away because this is just wrong. He can go and make a drama channel on YouTube like Sanders Kennedy or John Cocaine and get paid, but he relies on making money off of kids. Another person says, wow, these kids are sending him X vids and D pics too. And then they inserted a video, I guess, of the Messy Monday where I guess that was included. Again, I tried to put these videos into YouTube. I wasn't able to pull them up because this was all the way back in 2017 and maybe they've been pulled. Now, then we get to where they says, found a video of celebrity publicists confronting him live about this. Some people are trying to get him shut down. His argument is that he's no different than TMZ. So this right here was all leading up to the lady that confronted him. So the lady that confronted him that I included in my 2018 video, she confronted him in 2017. Now, when I did my video was in 2018, and the video clips of him flirting with the boys was after this confrontation. So now let me show you guys what the lady said when she confronted him so that you guys kind of have the full context on why she was going at him and all of that. Now let me resume my 2018 video. Oh, wait. Have you guys liked the video? And I put a lot of work into this video. So if y'all want to tip the host, y'all know y'all can donate to my Cash App or simply like the video, comment down below.
Get to why I even approached you, or I'm not going to talk to you.
What's your issue?
I am media, sweetheart. I'm a publicist. I'm a celebrity publicist. I have actual clients.
Okay, good, great. What's your issue?
My issue is that your tweets started popping up in my DMs and my emails. Parents were coming to me and saying there's this account that tweets about teenagers. Okay. I said, okay, that's what I do. I'm the woman that ran the Brock Turner petition. 1.3 million people signed it. So you know who Brock Turner is. You know who he is. I'm the woman that ran the petition to impeach the judge.
You said I follow these kids and I post their stuff. I don't follow none of these kids. I don't follow Body's Instagram. I don't.
How old are they?
Anybody. The same thing you do with celebrities is what I do on my Twitter. So what my Twitter is like the gossip. It's like the teen magazines. It's like the shade.
No, they don't do that. They don't talk about lives. They don't. It's totally against the law. Find me one article in the media that does that.
They do. They talk about who slept with
No, they don't.
Who is cheating on
I'm telling you, they don't, honey. They don't. They don't.
Right now. Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm being honest with you.
All right, so I'm going to pause this right here just to add a little context. At the time of this video, when Zoe and her were arguing, Zoe was between the age of 27 and 28 years old, okay? So he was basically comparing him talking about which teenager slept with who and who had a hickey by who and who slept with who about, younger people. He was basically stating that it's nothing different than like a teen magazine, a teen Vogue, because his focus at the time was teens, okay? It was a lot of young content that he was doing at that time. And the girl was basically saying, listen, they don't talk about their sex lives, okay? They might report on teens, but they're not talking about like who they sleep with and all that. And Zoe is telling her like, yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. So that's kind of what he said, even though, y'all just heard it.
I'm not some like whatever.
What's a hickey? What's a hickey? What is a hickey?
How many pictures do you have of little boys with hickeys on their neck?
What is a hickey?
It is when somebody puts, you know where a hickey comes from. So don't even try to act like you don't. That's a
hickey is when you were with your boyfriend or girlfriend, they posted. And how
old are they? But how old are they?
The only reason why I didn't put the exact receipts in my video is because I didn't want my video removed and taken down, because other people had posted videos putting those receipts in the videos and the videos were taken down. But in this video where I give you guys an update where he kind of responded, I'm going to put some clips in there. My boy Martin Lewis, he did a full video and he got like all kinds of, you know, things in his video. I'm going to play some of the receipts in this video.
To myself, you can go on a little vacation. There you go. We were in a room by ourselves last.
All right, so on this video, it's so funny, the software that I used to use where I type this footage from Martin Lewis, this boy is 19, not underage. So in my video back in 2018, I was clarifying who was young and underage and who was a minor, okay? So this particular video right here, there was a lot of people recently who they took off the part where I put this boy is 19 and not underage. They cropped the video from that part, and then they reposted it on TikTok, and then they put Zoe is talking to a child. Now, there was a lot of people who mistitled certain things or whatever, but there was times where he was talking to minors, and then a time right here where this wasn't necessarily a minor. Okay? That's gonna be important later.
And nothing happened. Not that you know of.
You're going to Chicago?
Because you was really drunk, Logan. And time so far away. Yeah, y'all, Logan stayed with me in the room. He was so sweet. I can't say everything, but he was so nice. I like drunk Logan better than sober Logan. He's really open and never.
Keep going.
You were just when you was drunk, you was very open, you was very emotional. You were more comfortable when you were drunk. I will say, y'all, I was in the bed, he sat on the edge of the bed. Nothing. You was just really nice. You didn't do nothing bad. Not you. Maybe I did when you went to sleep or when you passed out. So that doesn't make you gay, right?
Okay, so the boy in that video that I just showed you guys, he's 19, but people were outraged because he said that when the guy went to sleep, he did something to him and that didn't make him gay. That's not the videos that I was like, oh, so concerned about. Here are the videos of the underage boys and the communication that they had. These videos are provided from Martin Lewis on YouTube. Here they are.
Well, twerk for the gold then. Since it's gold, put on the song and twerk for the gold. You better twerk for your life or you get dropped on sight. Twerk for the gold. So, how old are you?
14, 15, 16.
What? You trying to pull all the 14, 15? You said 14, 15, 16. You better, bitch. Yes, honey. Well, how the boys looking out there? Are they cute or no?
You are so cute. Oh my God. You're adorable. What? Your name is Jillian. What part of Atlanta you live on?
I live in like the Fayetteville area.
So you a sugarfoot or you a hammerhead?
What does that mean?
Oh, you know what it means. What's the sugar? You ain't a sugar. It just found what it sounds like. You a sugarfoot? Are you a hammerhead?
I'm a hammerhead.
All right, and for those of you guys who, and I think he even in his recent video, he gave an explanation to like what a sugarfoot and what a hammerhead is. And I gotta look back at that video, but if you guys don't know what a sugarfoot or a hammerhead is, a sugarfoot means are you a gay boy or are you a hammerhead? So this is a conversation that he's having with a boy that's 14 years old.
Okay, so in this video of Zoe and the young boy, the boy is alleged to be 14 years old. People were outraged because they were like, why are you asking a 14-year-old about his sexuality? Because the term sugarfoot means gay. So they're like, why are you asking a 14-year-old if he's gay or if he's straight? Zoe decided to clear up what his sentiment was behind him asking the young boy these things on his YouNow. I'm going to play a clip of him on this broadcast where he was kind of clarifying all of the allegations. And I'm going to insert the clip of him saying why he asked if the guy was a sugarfoot or a hammerhead. Here is the clip.
Do you remember me? It's Sugarfoot Michael. Hey, Michael, what's up? But apparently when I call y'all Sugarfoot, people think that I want to talk to you because I call you Sugarfoot. I don't know, child. But, you know, it is what it is. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. My mom does the same thing. Yeah, I just, you know, I don't know. Like, but people who watch me and have been watching me, y'all know Sugarfoot stands for gay. And it's just, I'm what you call a trendsetter. I'm a trendsetter. I like to come up with catchphrases. That is me. I don't mind being called a Sugarfoot. I know you don't, sweetheart. But you know, I like that. So when I hear people saying words in the street, like, you know, Sugarfoot or hammerhead, or you a chocolate chip cookie, or that's a snack. I want to be a mark when I leave this world. I want people to be like, oh girl, I love Zoe. He used to always be like, girl, that's a Sugarfoot. That's a hammerhead. That's a chocolate chip cookie, dog. You can't sit with me if you ain't P.O.P. and that's pretty on purpose. How you doing? You know, that is why I do the things that I do. It's Friday. You know, the dog. You know what I'm saying? All of that. I want all of that stuff to be remembered by me.
Have you guys liked the video? And I put a lot of work into this video. So if y'all want to tip the host, y'all know y'all can donate to my Cash App.
Okay, so I agree with Zoe. Maybe those videos were harmless. Maybe they were not invasive, and maybe they were not something that we should be concerned about. Those videos. However, there are more videos that to me were, however, concerning. In most cases, sometimes, you know, telling somebody that they're cute, oh, you're gonna be a heartbreaker, things like that are harmless. Like, we've all heard it growing up, and it just was what it was. It was like a harmless compliment. But in those videos, however, where it could have ended at a harmless compliment, it kind of went further.
Don't be trying to control my cast. You will never be able to control me.
I can't ask questions.
And you cannot. How old are you?
15.
What the hell? Your lips was pretty though. You eat pussy?
What?
Bite your lip. You a freak. How tall are you, little Puerto Rican or Mexican? What are you, Mexican or Puerto Rican?
I'm Mexican, Colombian, and Filipino.
Why can't you be 18? I love Mexicans. That's my soft spot. You hold your hand up. You got a little attitude.
You told me to hold your hand up. What do you want me to do? Not hold my
Now, like I said, I understand somebody saying, oh, you're cute, you're going to be a heartbreaker when you grow up. Are you a sugarfoot? I get that part. But this part that I just showed you where he's asking him to hold his hand up, he's asking him to hold his hand up because, you know, there's a rumor that the size of your hand is the size of your private area. And for me, that's a little bit inappropriate. That's more than just saying somebody is cute. And, you know, it kind of steps over a privacy boundary a little bit to me.
It's not a little bit, it's a lot. But so a lot of people are claiming that, and there's more clips in this video that I'm going to show you guys, but a lot of people who watched Zoe's video, they're basically saying, oh, Zoe cleared it up. He took accountability, which he said he took accountability. Yes. He posted a piece of the clip in his video. Yes. He also posted a piece of the boxer clip as well. The part that Zoe put in his recent reply video was not this full clip that I have in my video. Where he's apologizing to everybody and he's given his apology and he's given accountability. that clip that I just showed you is edited down, okay? It's edited down to the part where he says, oh, you look like you eat pussy. It's not showing the full context of him like, ooh, why can't you be 18? Oh my God, this, like, you Latin, that's my type. Like, he didn't put that in his apology. So a lot of people are like, oh, he showed proof. He explained everything. And I'm like, did he?
I seen IamZoie's apology and I really don't care. I think y'all are a little bit too forgiving of people when it involves shit that shouldn't have never happened in the first place. Because I've never ran across a 15-year-old, asked them some of the questions that Zoe was asking them. I don't care about him taking accountability. I don't care about him taking full responsibility or anything like that. It shouldn't have never happened. I also feel like y'all are real quick to move on because those were boys that it happened to. That's just my opinion. And everybody is under them videos saying, what about James Charles? What about James Charles? They moved on because they were boys. Because y'all don't care about the safety of young men. Because if they were women or young girls, the both of them would have been getting the James Franco treatment. I personally don't give a shit about no apology. There's just things that you should know not to do.
Like, the proof that y'all are saying is proof is not proof, okay? And I even had somebody under a T page tell me, oh, people are bringing this up and he didn't even talk to minors. He cleared it up. They weren't minors. There were several minors that this controversy was all about. There was several minors that there was talks about. What he did in his video was emphasize and put heavy emphasis on who the adults were, and he minimized who the minors were. So people who were not around at this time and they don't know the full context, if you put just a small clip of you saying, oh, you look like you about a 7.5, or you put a small clip of, oh, you look like you eat pussy, and you don't put the full clip of him saying, oh, the guy saying he's 15. Now, mind you, Zoe was 27, 28 at this time. I got a daughter. Like, if a guy, and I don't know, like, a lot of guys, they change stuff or make stuff acceptable because it's boys. But if my daughter is 16 years old and a 27-year-old, 28-year-old man is telling my daughter that she looked like she sucked dick, or ooh, you look like you suck dick. Just saying, you know, well, I was wrong for saying that, or I take accountability. That doesn't really, I mean, good that you take accountability, good that you realize that it's wrong. But the fact that this was posted, people are acting like because he said, oh, you know, I take accountability, that was wrong, that makes it okay. And again, I'm a person that those content is very entertaining. At the time of this video that I did in 2018, I used to watch Messy Monday. And let me clarify and be more specific. I used to watch Messy Monday in 2018 when he started to center his Messy Monday more around Queen Naija, Chris Sales, CJ So Cool, and the older like crowd. When he was centering it around mainly white people and people that I didn't know in 2017, I didn't watch then. I was familiar with his Instagram because it was popular, but I would watch Messy Monday when it would be like topics of like the older YouTubers, Queen and stuff like that, just to clarify. Because when it was like the white kids that he was talking about, I would click off because I don't know who them people were. And I just wasn't interested in teenager stuff.
Control my cast. You will never be able to control me.
I can't ask questions.
And you cannot. How old are you?
15.
What the hell? Your lips was pretty though. You eat pussy?
What?
Bite your lip. You a freak. How tall are you, little Puerto Rican or Mexican? What are you, Mexican or Puerto Rican?
Mexican, Colombian, and Filipino.
Why can't you be 18? I love Mexicans. That's my soft spot. You hold your hand up. You got a little attitude.
You told me to hold your hand up. What do you want me to do? Not hold my...
Now, like I said, I understand somebody saying it's boxers. He then told the boy, oh, you about a good 7.5.
Hey. So like, I got that for Christmas. I got my puppy.
What is that?
I got my puppy.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm naked. Oh, you like what you see? I know all the dogs like me. Doggy men and dogs. Oh my God, what is that little? Is that like a Shih Tzu or something?
No, it's a King Charles. So yeah, that's what I got for Christmas.
How old are you, boy?
I'm 16.
Oh, never mind. You're too young.
I got me some cologne.
What kind of cologne? It better not be cheap. What kind?
No, it's not. I don't get cheap stuff.
Well, let me see it. What kind is it?
I got you.
Is it Dolce and Gabbana? Is it?
I got the gold.
Go. Who's that by?
Jay-Z, you know.
Oh, child, that's that nigga shit. And you got clothes and stuff too, right?
Yeah, I got it on some polo. I got me a new suit. Got me a whole bunch of stuff. But you know, I got my mom for stuff too. I got her. She likes yellow, so you know I got
What kind of box did you get? Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Go to your room and get a pair of your boxers and hold them up like this.
Wow.
What? Do it! Before I beat you.
I wish you would.
Go do it. I want to see something.
Okay, so this video is the most concerning video to me. And a lot of people were like, if he was trying to hide something, it wouldn't be on public forum, which I don't think that he was probably thinking about what was going on, but it doesn't mean that it's not concerning. It doesn't mean that it's not creepy. Mind you, the boy's 16 years old. He's telling him to hold up his boxers. And then not only did he tell him to hold up his boxers, he started to get aggressive and angry with him, like pushing him to like make him do what he wants him to do.
Hold on, wait, don't do it yet. Wait.
All right.
Oh. Oh my God, what you got on? You got boxer. Child, you about a good 7.5. Why you trying to tease us right now? Why you showing all that stuff like that? Why you showing your body? Why you being a nasty boy?
Well, you know, see...
You know, these girls will be all in your DM trying to holler at you because you just teased them.
No, I wasn't expecting you to call me next, so I actually just put this on some blue rope. I don't know where it went. I threw it in my phone.
Go like this.
All right, so if you peep that, the boy, the 16-year-old boy, he said, I wasn't expecting you to call me back. So they've already had a conversation prior to this. And now Zoe is telling him to hold up his boxers. He's telling him to hold up his hand. And then this is when he's going to tell him about his penis size. And Zoe was 27, 28. Let me bring it back just a little bit, and then we're going to go to Zoe's video.
You about a good 7.5. Why you trying to tease us right now? Why you showing all that stuff like that? Why you showing your body? Why you being a nasty boy?
Well, you know, see...
You know, these girls will be all in your DM trying to holler at you because you just teased them.
No, I wasn't expecting you to call me next, so I actually just put this on some blue rope. I don't know where it went. I threw it in my phone.
Go like this.
You got a small hand.
Yeah.
My hand, like my whole family hand is small. It's all
A lot of stuff is small with your family.
Nah.
Baby. You 16, so yeah, 7 is probably big to you at 16. Please don't be that boy who act like it's all that. Trust me, I know.
Now, all right, so let me pause that. So again, this is a video that I did September 8th, 2018. Now, in my video, you can see the full scope of the conversations. Now, when Zoe did this video, he reduced all of those interactions to trolling. I was just trolling, and I used to troll, and I used to just be talking to young boys. And he explained proof of the videos that I, in my 2018 video, said weren't that concerning. So he showed proof and receipts about the Logan part. in my video, I clarified that the Logan boy was 19. He showed proof about, he put a woman on FaceTime and he basically said, oh, did I do anything? He was talking about the Fendi guy. He was like, did I do anything at your house? And the lady and her daughter, they were like, oh no, you always used to be downstairs. You didn't walk around the house, because that's where the boy Fendi was basically trying to insinuate that something inappropriate happened. When Zoe explained this on his video, he was basically saying, we used to be at your house and we used to be doing adult things. We used to be doing adult things. And he kept saying they were doing adult things. And I'm like, I don't know. Something about that just felt like, huh? Like, you saying that you just sat and you didn't do anything. But then in the next breath, in the next sentence, you're saying you used to do adult things. You used to do adult things. So I was like, I don't know. Now, I feel like, in my opinion, and I'm going to go to his video, I feel like if this was anybody else, they would be burned to a stake. They would be canceled and they would not be able to just swim past what he actually said. He wouldn't be able to say he's trolling, but people don't like to miss out on entertainment. If you entertain them, and you see the same thing with celebrities, like you see like a Nicki Minaj, or you see like certain celebrities that will have certain behaviors, and because they like the music or because they get entertainment from the person, they're going to find every excuse to basically excuse it. I think that Zoe is funny. I think that he's entertaining. He's charismatic. He has the personality out of this world. But I'm not going to act like what he said to those young boys isn't problematic just because I like his personality. You get what I'm saying? But a lot of people, they don't want to miss out on the laughs. They don't want to miss out on the dancing on the stripper pole. They don't want to, because they like his entertainment. So I even seen comments from people. They're like, oh, I'm glad he addressed it because I didn't want to hate Zoe. I'm glad he addressed it because I love Messy Monday. So just him addressing it was good enough for the majority of the people. And just him saying, I take accountability, that was like, okay, well, now I can watch his videos, and you can watch whatever you want to watch. I think that, again, I think he's entertaining. He has a funny personality, but to try to act like him saying, I take accountability is okay, and that just makes everything okay. I'm like, if this was anybody else, would you think that a 28, 27-year-old man telling another boy, hold your hand out. Oh yeah, it looks smaller. Oh yeah, 7.5 might look big to you. Oh, I'm naked. Oh, let me put my towel on. Y'all would not be excusing that shit, accountability or not, at all.
Hey. I'm sorry, I'm naked. Oh, you like what you see? I know all the dogs like me. Doggy men and dogs. Oh my God, what is that is that like a Shih Tzu or something?
No, it's a King Charles. So yeah, that's what I got for Christmas.
How old are you, boy?
I'm 16.
All right, so in addition to those videos of him like flirting with the boy, also around this time as well, he was playing matchmaker with kids. He was grown and he would go on YouNow and he would match up underage kids and like hook them up. And then after he hooked them up, he would put them on like this page where he's like matching them up. Me, at any time over 18, like I'm not thinking like, oh, let me match up some kids. Like just that thinking is like concerning. But let me give you guys a quick snippet of how he used to play matchmaker with kids, and then we're gonna go to his video.
Okay, here we go. Hold on. Who is it? Oh.
Hey, Zoe.
Hey.
Sorry, I couldn't figure out how to use
Turn the volume down on your computer. I hear echo.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, you ready? Go ahead, Nick.
What's your name?
Elizabeth.
Why does this sound familiar? I know Elizabeth. Alright, where are you from?
Chicago.
I know her. I know who this is.
I don't know.
No.
I know.
No.
Okay. So, how old are you?
I'm
14. What are your goals in life?
For once to meet Zoe, that's like top on the list. That's up there. I don't know, just like make people happy in life, just show positivity all around. Positivity. I can't say it.
So you want to try her, take her bait, or do you want your third one?
My third, because she's too young. I'm sorry.
She's so cute! Oh my god! All right, sweetheart.
Bye, Zoe.
Bye. Oh no! She was so cute. She was brown hair like you. It was long. Oh my god. She was so cute. She was cute. The other one was cute, but she was cute. She was cute. Okay, let's see. Oh, you have bad sense. Okay, we're gonna try this one. She says you're hot, so we're gonna try her. All right. Okay, I'm waiting for her to call in.
She was like, the other one, like, she didn't really give me answers. Like, she was like, I don't know. She sounded.
I feel you. Because you never know. Like, when you see me post y'all's picture on the Instagram, you might actually like her, and y'all may DM each other on Instagram, you know? So, we'll see.
Child, I got tired of trying to put a shirt on that boy. He was basically FaceTiming though he didn't have a shirt. So I tried to virtually put a shirt on and I kept trying to have to move it frame by frame. But anyways, you guys get the gist. It would be young kids calling into his live so that they can get matched up with other kids and slide in each other's DM and try to date. And also around this time, like I said, he was doing Messy Monday and he was talking about teen drama. And the reason why the previous lady that I showed you guys when she basically confronted him was because he would be talking about who hooked up with who matched up with who, etc. And in addition to that, like I said, he had a full Instagram dedicated to like matching these kids up. I'm going to show a snip of that. And then we're going to go to his recent video that he replied to everything.
Did you guys go look? Look at them. Oh, he is some of you guys' teeth and his lips. Okay. They said, oh my God, yes. Yeah, y'all, he's handsome. No, that's for them two to find each other, not you guys to be dirty sluts. Okay. So, let's find another boy. For those who are new, what we're playing, take the bait. This is the Instagram page. What you do is you go to that Instagram page, is take the bait _ and you can see where we're posting. And if you want to talk to somebody, if you get into the guest queue, well, if you want to be picked, you get in the guest queue. And if you want to talk to them, you get into the DMs on the page.
All right, and again, this video that I just showed you guys, him matching the kids up, that's not something that I put in my 2018 video. And this video is not something that's circulating on TikTok right now. But I just wanted to give everybody a full scope of why this blew up in 2018 to the level that it did and why the lady confronted him. This is kind of the program that he was running on his page. But let me go to his video because like I said, a lot of the videos that he input in, he edited them down. Okay, so I'm not going to play his whole video, but I'm just going to play a little bit. And I think it's at the very beginning when he addresses the boxers in the eat pussy comment. I'm going to just play that in the beginning.
I stayed quiet the first time and I stayed quiet a little bit until now
not because I was scared, but because I thought silence would protect my peace, because I felt those who knew me, and those who didn't, hey, believe what you want to believe. But after seeing the misleading captions, the fake captions, the conspiracy theories, I was like, okay, look, I have to speak out. And I also want to say this loud and clear. The things that I said in the 2018 live stream video were wrong. They were inappropriate. They were careless. And I take full accountability for that. And I accept all of the backlash because, y'all, it was my fault. It was nobody else's but mine. And being quiet made it feel like I was running from something. You know what I'm saying?
All right. And I'm going to pause him right there. I'm going to play some more. But I do appreciate him taking accountability, and I do appreciate him acknowledging that it was wrong. I just don't like that he edited it down. And I feel like if we're going to address everything, as he says in the comment, I feel like address everything and play it all and take accountability specifically for what you said and specifically for certain things. But what made me kind of be like, when I started seeing the clips like trimmed all the way down and then him reducing it to, oh, you know, I just used to troll. And I'm like,
saying instead of protecting my peace, I was running from accepting the fact that, Zoe, you said something wrong. And again, it was my fault. And I apologize for those interactions. But what I want to stand on is that it wasn't meant for grooming or to come off as predatory. However, it was bad judgment. And I am sorry. And I definitely want to apologize to those two individuals that were in the video that I was speaking to and how I spoke to you. I'm sorry. I also want to apologize and say sorry to their parents. Not only that, I apologize to my supporters. I am sorry. I am also apologizing and saying that I am sorry to the people who had to even see it and watch it. Now, with that being said, I want to address everything and how we got to here and what people are trying to place on the internet. So back in 2018, Vine was ending and I didn't know what I was going to do. I was like, oh my God, where am I going? What am I finna do? At that time, I was working at Starbucks and I probably had like 2,000 followers on Instagram. So a fellow Viner had reached out to me. He said, Zoe, there's this app called YouNow.
All right, so I'm going to pause him right there. Now, per my recollection, what he just stated is a flat out lie. In 2018, he was already on Wildin' Out. In my first video, I mentioned how he was on Wildin' Out. So how in 2018 was this a situation where he only had 2,000 followers on Instagram? No, he was on Wildin' Out because he was very popular. And I just looked it up on Google to see when did Vine shut down, and Vine shut down in 2017. He started Messy Monday in 2017, and he was very popular on Messy Monday because I never had Vine. I only knew of him from YouTube, and from YouTube, I saw his clips on Instagram. And in 2018, because how popular he was, and because his Instagram was very popular, his YouTube was very popular, he was able to get on Wildin' Out.
You need to go over there and check it out. That's where we're all going. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go over there. Now, for those who know, back in the day, that YouNow app was raw. It was like what? The Omegle and the early Twitch days. Everything was live, unfiltered, uncensored. So I went over there, and because of the Vine following that I had, they had partnered me with the app. Now I would do like 24-hour live streams, talent shows, game nights. I slept on live. Child, I even went to work, did my shifts on camera. Like nothing was private. Everything was always public. And sometimes, child, we was even chaotic over there. Everybody knew that my lives was trolling, roasting. I would cuss people out. People would even request to get in my guests just to go on live so they could be like, Zoe, roast me, roast me. It was like being part of my stupid shenanigans. It was jokes and it was just us being funny. And for those who know, that is where Messy Monday was born. I used to do it live and I used to broadcast it. So I'm saying all that to say because it has context to how that 2018 live stream video got published. So there was a broadcaster who was on there. He was a big supporter of mine. I'm not going to say people's names. I don't want anybody to go and say anything to them. This is not to bash anybody. This is just to get everybody a clear understanding how all this came about and how we are here right now discussing all this. So he was a supporter of mine, loved me. You know what I'm saying? And he was funny. He made crazy content. And so I ended up putting him on Messy Monday one day. And at that time, I'm thinking it was harmless because the show was new. All
right, so I'm going to pause it right there really quickly. Let me open up this in a new tab. And let me see what y'all think so far. Somebody said, why the F does any of this matter? Okay. Someone says, definitely knew what he was doing. Another person says, y'all still going to watch that man videos? Forgive that man. Hold on, let me put these on the screen so y'all can see some of these comments that I'm reading. And then we're going to finish watching some more of the videos. All right, so here's some of the comments on my live. Let's see. Okay, some of y'all comments, I'm gonna chill on posting them for right now.
Still getting into it, but it genuinely hurt him. And as you can see, he reached out to me. And at that time, I'm just like, it's just Messy Monday. It's just a show. But right now, I want to tell him that I am sorry to you. I didn't understand the weight of what I was doing back then, and I should have taken your feelings into consideration. So to him, I genuinely am sorry. Because at that time, I used to take in the gossip. Like, did you hear so-and-so, so-and-so? And now I don't do that anymore. So fast forward, he ended up becoming a cast member on Wild 'N Out, and he threw shade. And it was kind of like, yeah, you that retired Viner, I'm on Wild 'N Out, look at you now. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, okay, cool. That's what happened. A little bit later, I end up getting on Wild 'N Out. So now I throw a little shade back. People on YouNow know this. So then we're on YouNow, we exchanging words, we being shady on our live broadcast. And then eventually, here comes that 2018 live stream video.
How old are you? What the hell? Your lip?
All right, so as you can see, the clips that Zoe inputted in his video are my clips from my video. So as you've seen when I played for you guys my video and you see that blue animated cloud in the back, those are these clips where he's putting it in this video. But notice how the clips that I showed you guys in full are shortened down.
Here comes that 2018 live stream video.
How old are you? 15. What the hell? Your lips was pretty though. You eat pussy? What? Bite your lips. You a freak. How old are you, little Puerto Rican or Mexican? What are you, Mexican or Puerto Rican? Oh, you got a box of... Child, you about a good 7.5.
All right, so you see how he edited out the part where he was like, oh, Puerto Ricans is my type. Oh my God, why can't you be 18 years old? Like he edited, like he jump cutted the clip. Now this clip right here with the boxers as well, you can see this is from my video with that animated cloud. He edited it down, and when he posted it to his audience, now that he's explaining it, he's reducing it to trolling.
Boy, why you trying to tease us right now? Why you showing all that stuff like that? Why you showing your body? Why you being a man?
Well, see,
these girls will be all in your DM trying to holler at you because you just.
And mind you, right here on this clip, he starts the clip when he's putting on his shirt. So remember the video that I showed you guys and where I showed you guys how like the more extended clip, this clip started out with Zoe saying that he was naked. Remember, he was like, oh, I don't got no clothes on. And then he had the towel. In his video that he's showing his audience, he fast forwards the video to where he puts on his shirt. And then this is the clip that he's saying that he's addressing everything.
It's teased them. He's 16, so yeah, 7 is probably big to you at 16. Please don't be that boy who act like it's all that. Trust me, I know.
And then I'm just like.
You see how he edited that video? So when people are saying, oh, well, he showed proof of everything and he addressed everything. I'm like, he addressed certain things and he didn't address everything in full context because he edited it down. And because this video was 2018 that I did, that people are taking and putting on TikTok, they're not, you know, they're only seeing this like shrink reduce. And I mean, hey, that was smart. I ain't gonna hold you. Him editing it down and him, even the other clip where the guy had said that he was 15 years old, though edited that down, okay? So a lot of his audience has the impression, because he emphasized the parts of the people who were of age, they think that all of these boys were of age, and that's not what happened. Let me just bring that back really quickly so you guys can see.
Eventually, here comes that 2018 live stream video.
How old are you?
15.
Oh, he did
What
say
the
15,
hell?
my bad.
Your lips was pretty though. You eat pussy?
What?
Bite your lip. You a freak. How tall are you, little Puerto Rican or Mexican? What are you, Mexican or Puerto Rican? Oh, you got boxer. Child, you about a good 7.5. Why you trying to tease us right now? Why you showing all that stuff like that? Why you showing your body? Why you being a nasty boy?
Well, you know, see,
You know these girls be all in your DM trying to holler at you because you just teased them. You 16, so yeah, 7 is probably big to you at 16. Please don't be that boy who act like it's all that. Trust me, I know.
And then I'm just like, wow.
So a lot of people have been talking about this, especially being that he addressed it. A lot of people reacted to this on TikTok, and it's all been resurfacing because of a guy by the name of Fendi. Like I said, I think that Zoe has a charismatic personality. He didn't get to 2 million, almost 3 million from not putting in the work. And if people feel like, you know, it's not a big deal that a guy at the time being 27, 28 years old, talking to minors, telling them that, you know, hold up their hands, guessing what size their pecker is, and trying to hook them up, or if you feel like him addressing things the way he did was okay, and he says he takes accountability, so that's fine, then cool. For me personally, again, I don't like the way that he overemphasized the one guy that was, he said in his video that the guy was 20, but he actually was 19 at the time. He overemphasized like 3 people being of age, and a lot of, and I guess just because people are slow to comprehend, a lot of people took his overemphasis of the 1, 2, or 3 people that were of age, and they made it like, oh, well, everybody was of age that Zoe did, and everything was a lie, and he wasn't talking to minors, and people lied. And it was like, no, there was a misrepresentation of Logan, of people saying that he was talking to Logan, and them saying that Logan was a child and he wasn't, but he was actually talking to minors too. You know, that was the only thing that I just didn't like that people were emphasizing. But anyway, so after Zoe did this video, the guy who I talked about in the beginning that these things started to escalate again because of, he replied to Zoe and basically called Zoe out, because Zoe was basically saying that the guy was lying on him, etc., etc. So let me play the guy's reply to Zoe.
Awesome, it gets sent into Messy Monday, nigga. You is Messy Monday. What is you talking about? That's one thing right there. That's literally one thing right there. Don't try to make it seem like, oh, it got sent in, but nigga, you be watching. Just admit it. It's fine.
Messy Monday, I have learned that you cannot put every LGBT person on there, because I've been in situations where they're like, oh, I'm gonna beat your ass in the club, or I'm gonna get you, and it just be too much. And I knew that this individual I did not want to put on Messy Monday, because I didn't want mess.
Girl, boo.
Here we are now. So I reached out to F's boyfriend, D, And I wrote him this, and I quote, I pray God gives you peace, healing, strength, and understanding for what you are going through.
That right there, y'all, is not even the truth. How are you going to make a whole YouTube video talking about I quote this and that? That's not what you said, but I'm going to let it play. I'm going to let it play a little bit.
Have a good day, handsome. That is it. That is all. And some people might say, well, why'd you say handsome? I said that because when you have now got beat on and somebody's done something to you, I'm just thinking amongst myself.
First of all, I never got beat on. I never came on the internet saying, oh, I got beat on. Zoe DM'd me on Instagram in vanish mode. That's literally how this all started. He DM'd me on Instagram on vanish mode. On his video, he literally had the nerve to say, I would have wrote him on TikTok, but I texted him on Instagram vanish mode. The reason you texted me on vanish mode and not on TikTok DMs is because you was trying to be cute. You was trying to be cute. That's literally what it was. So we're going to play this video in the back, and then I'm going to show the message too.
To be uplifting. I have friends and some people that are close to me who have been in domestic violence relationships, and they feel like they're ugly. They feel like they're worthless, or don't nobody love me or appreciate me. I was reaching out to be supportive. That was it, and that was all.
That is a fucking lie. You are not reaching out to be supportive, because I'm not going to lie. When he first texted me on Instagram on vanish mode, he was like, keep your head up, blase, blase. Okay, cool. Then after that, he said, oh, something about handsome. Knowing, like you're knowing what you're doing. Like you're literally just trying to find a way to slick flirt with me. That's literally it. And I also have the screenshots too. So everybody who says that I'm lying is cool, because I have the screenshots. I'm finna show y'all the messages of him texting me on vanish mode. Because, and after I show y'all the messages, we're going to see where he said, I quote. Because this is the person y'all believe, right? Somebody who's sitting up here saying, oh, I quote this, I quote that. Nigga, you're lying. You're literally lying. Now, let me show y'all real quick. This is when Zoe texted me in vanish mode. Let's tell them the real reason why you did not DM me on TikTok. Because TikTok don't have a vanish mode. TikTok does not have a vanish mode, right? Does TikTok have a vanish mode? No. So the real reason why you texted me on Instagram vanish mode is because you were trying to be cute. And here are the messages. Because it's the fact that he thought I wasn't going to be able to get the screenshot of the messages. All right, what's this? That's him texting me on vanish mode, right? Now let me play this video real quick, and then I'm going to show the next message after this one. Right after this one, watch this.
And they both know that. And I would show the DMs that is all I wrote, but I can't because I'm blocked. But with all this,
he would show the DMs that he wrote, but he can't because he's blocked. You can't show the DMs that you fucking wrote because they're on vanish mode. Why do you not tell the people that you had the shit on vanish mode? Why are you not telling them?
First started happening, their domestic violence was going viral. I had went to F's boyfriend's TikTok because I was going to write him there. And as you can see, 2004, I was sent that. I did not respond. I didn't even know that.
First of all, the bitch don't even know his motherfucking years. 2004? No. Like what?
Was in there until now when this went on. This whole situation took place. And the only reason you see a heart there is because I was going to write him that reach out there. But I said, let me go on and write it over there on Instagram. That is it. That is all. As you can see, I think you can see how I opened it in 2025. I didn't open it. I didn't even know that I was wrote in 2024. So,
all right, bet. Now let's clock this T real quick, y'all. Let's clock this T. The only reason that I DM'd Zoe on TikTok was simply based off the fact that he was liking my videos, and this was not when me and my boyfriend was together at the end of the day. So it's the fact that he's really trying to sit here and show an old screenshot for what? Like, you're trying to show an old screenshot, so now I'm going to show the screenshot of you on my page. Literally on my page. Like, since last year. Zoe's like the type to try to act like he said the only reason he's seen me was because I popped up on his Instagram or something. Zoe, you've been liking my Instagram story highlights. My boyfriend DM'd you and he told you to stay off of my page, bro. He been told you to stay off of my page. You've been on my TikTok since last year. And I have the screenshots of the shits right here too. I got the screenshots of the shit right here on my motherfucking phone, because y'all always trying to say somebody lying. I don't have to lie about shit. I don't have to lie about anything, y'all. I don't. I promise y'all. I don't. This right here is Zoe in my live. You been on my page, bro. You been on my page. Literally, you been on my page. Been on my page. You've been on my page. So it's literally the fact that Zoe's trying to sit here and be like, oh, only reason I seen Fendi's boyfriend is because he popped up on my page. You've been commenting under my live, bro, and liking my TikTok videos for the longest time. Literally for the longest fucking time, bro. So it's literally the fact that he tried to get on live and show an old screenshot of me waving to him in the DM. That doesn't mean somebody's trying to flirt with you. You was trying to flirt with me by calling me handsome and vanish mode on the DMs. Why could you have not fucking texted me on TikTok? Oh, I know why. Because TikTok don't have a motherfucking vanish mode. Exactly. Now let's keep playing it.
Communicate with each other. That's when F ends up going to his boyfriend D, and I guess he lets him know, oh, Zoe reached out to me. And F is right. He did hit me back up in January saying, stop liking my boyfriend's pictures. The only reason, y'all, that I was liking his boyfriend's pictures was because his boyfriend was on the trending Instagram page.
Zoe is a fucking liar. Zoe has never liked any of my Instagram pictures, y'all. He's always liking my highlights on my page, knowing that I have a fucking boyfriend. Like, what are you talking about? And now I'm finna show the screenshot of him liking my highlights. But you wasn't trying to flirt with me though, right? You wasn't trying to flirt with me though, right? Y'all keep saying I'm lying, right? All right, watch it. Watch this. Watch this. Make it make sense. Like what?
That is the only reason I like the pictures. I never reached out. I never DM'd. I never tried to contact him.
Y'all notice how he said the only reason he liked the pictures? Zoe has never liked any of my posts on Instagram. He will come on my page randomly. He will randomly be in my story views. He will randomly be hard in my Instagram story, not even following me. Me and Zoe have never followed each other, bro. Me and Zoe have never followed each other ever, bro. Me and this nigga has never followed each other ever. Like, ever. And he's on my page going through my highlights, liking my highlight pictures. Why are you liking someone's highlight pictures who have a boyfriend, bro? Why? Right now, I have Zoe blocked on Instagram. I'm going to unblock Zoe right now, okay? Now I'm going to go to my highlights, and I'm going to see the highlights that he liked on my shit. Because, like, what is your point? What really is your point? It's the fact he tried to get on here, trying to make it look like my boyfriend's a liar, and my boyfriend's not lying about shit. That's exactly why my boyfriend DM'd him and told him to stay off of my page. Oh, is this him right here in my highlights, y'all? Is this Zoe right here in my highlights? Or am I tripping? Right here. Right here. Right here. You're randomly going on my page just to like my highlights, trying to get attention. Literally. Make it make sense. Is this him right here? Is this Zoe right here? Alright then. Alright. Okay. So one thing I just don't appreciate is how he tried to DM me on Instagram. He said, telling me to keep my head up or whatever the fuck he was saying. And I said, thank you to it. And then he proceeded to say, you're welcome, handsome. And then go on my page to try to like on my highlights and shit like that. Like, I don't want you. I don't want you. And that's just that. That's literally it. Let's keep playing to see what he said, though.
Nothing. Everybody knows. So, like, hood, street people. We know this.
No, Zoe likes to talk to fucking kids. That's what he likes to do.
So, that was back in January when he did that. So now that's when F ends up going on live, and he said,
"Okay, just shut the fuck up," because everything he's saying is literally a bullshit trying to paint a fucking narrative, bro, and it's really mentally fucking draining, y'all. It's literally draining. Fendi said, "Add him." Is he on live? Oh, okay, bet. Yeah, let me add him. Hello.
Okay, what's being said right now?
What's basically being said is how this nigga Zoe is on live trying to paint a narrative and trying to make it seem like something that is not, when he's been on my page and he's trying to make it seem like he wasn't trying to be cute or whatever, DMing me in vanish mode and all that shit.
So let's start here. Let's start. Number one is the fact that he said that he doesn't have the messages, right? He said, oh, the reason why I don't have the messages is because I was blocked. Zoe, you were never blocked. You were never fucking blocked. The reason why you don't have the messages is because you texted my boyfriend in vanish mode, and you didn't think that he was going to You didn't think that he was going to take a picture of it. So you didn't think that there was going to be no proof. In your mind, you thought that there was no fucking proof. You thought that nobody knew. Oh, let me text him in vanish mode. He not going to take a picture of it. So whatever. His boyfriend will never know. Okay, boom. You was motherfucking wrong because my boyfriend took a picture of it. And bitch, you caught up in your fucking lie. You literally fucking said that you texted him all for encouraging words. But for one, you were calling my boyfriend handsome. You were calling him cute. You were basically trying to be cute in his DMs. Why the fuck are you texting him knowing he's my boyfriend? Okay, that's cool if you say.
All right, so you guys get the gist of it. A lot of the comments under their video was telling the boy that, oh, well, even if he gave you a compliment, you're grown, you're not a kid, which I don't know his exact age. I tried to figure out how old he is. But to me, though being 34, this boy, whether he's 18, 19, or however old, he looks like a child to me. You know, like he looks like a kid. The one that he was writing and stuff like that, he looks like a kid. And the person who posted this on TikTok, whenever he was showing his receipts, their caption covered it. So I'm like, why would they keep the caption right there? I didn't put the caption there, so I'm not the one blocking the receipts of what he's trying to show, but y'all get the gist. But anyway, so y'all let me know what you think about this whole entire situation down below. I decided to make a video where I made everything compiled in a full video. It took me so long to put this together. I don't know why, but it took me time to pull all these different clips, put the shirt on that one boy, and blur out faces. All this like tedious work to put this together. Hopefully you guys appreciate this video. But after all of this stuff has gone on, the Shade Room Teens, they had posted a post about this and put clips of Zoe's video. And Zoe basically replied to that. We're going to end off on what he says as a reply to the whole entire situation. And then that'll be that. You guys leave your comments down below. And if you guys want to support the video, make sure you guys like the video, go to my website, visit my website, and send a Cash App, child. This was a lot of work. And he said, thank you for posting this. And again, I take full, in all caps, accountability for my poor judgment in 2018. And I am sincerely sorry for the inappropriate speaking made on that live broadcast. With that said, clarity matters. Many reposts are circulating on TikTok, and other platforms are using fake captions and misleading titles, such as Zoe caught talking to, and Zoe again, Zoe flirting with, some even pulling in unrelated or old YouTube clips, adding fake captions like Zoe speaks to child weird, when in fact, it wasn't a child. The proof is on my full YouTube apology. They also have captions that say, I was messing with or involved with. All that is completely false. I spoke on a live broadcast horribly in 2018, and that's all. And I'm truly sorry. There was no private contact, no private conversations, and no private dealings of any kind ever. So again, thank you for sharing this here so people can see the full unedited video on my YouTube and understand the facts in their entirety. All right, so that's what he had to say. And again, when he writes these things or when he says these things, he put emphasis on the stuff that was incorrect, and it makes it seem as though none of the people were minors. He was never talking to a child, when in fact, you guys seen the videos. There was moments where he was talking to children, and there was a moment or two where the person was actually an adult. And by adult, meaning barely a damn adult. But y'all let me know what y'all think about it down below. Hopefully, you, like I said, you guys appreciate all the work I put in to put everything compiled, as much information as possible, so you guys can understand why this resurfaced, who's behind it, how everything got going, etc., etc. Make sure to like the video, hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already, and leave a comment down below. Bye.